Shit! Shit! What the... Ugh. Yeah. I'm I'm not going to repeat the whole 4 minutes of my monologue here. I'm sorry, guys. Jesus Christ! Like, this is why does this happen to me? This is another reason why I'm only a gold level Zerg and a diamond level Protoss, because I have terrible crisis management. So uThermal opened up with a Reaper. He's going to pick off a couple of lings. We'll actually get a... No, we'll not get a drone. And he's been super effective with this Reaper so far. Johnny opening with with a pool hatch gas build, so a very safe opening. He could have gone for a hatch first, since this is frost, but felt like he would not be able to get away with that. A nice catch here by Johnny, almost killing that one Reaper. But look at the micro from uThermal, just so good. And now with the queens out, these Reapers should not do pretty much anything. JonnyREcco starting his gas, I mean his link speed, and uThermal on the other hand getting his Hellions and a third command center. So probably, judging by the lack of gas, will not be going Banshees with this, and this will go straight into Stim Research or Combat Shields, one of those. There's the Stim being queued up. And uThermal being very active with these Reapers, really wants to know what JonnyREcco's plans are, and even more so, he wants to deny the third base from coming up. That is why he is splitting up these Reapers, because the third base for the Zerg player ideally would be going down at the 6-minute mark. That's the ideal time if you don't have to replace any lost lings, any lost drones, you don't have to make additional queens, stuff like that. So, you know, uThermal is going to back away with this Reaper. And this drone... Oh, nice there! If uThermal can pick this off, this is really, really, really cool. I'll try to...
You're muted.
Yes, I noticed. They typed to me in-game and I unmuted myself.
Oh, sorry.
That was so funny. Sorry about that, guys. Once again, that was... I will just double check that I am not muted. No, I am not. I'm not even going to look at the chat, by the way. I can't see the chat when I'm casting. I'm keeping my eye on the Skype, which, you know, should have been the first channel that Wordy should have used to alert me to anything. I'm not even going to look at the chat because I would be so blushed after I would switch to the out-of-game screen. A little bit of harassment here by uThermal. Reko has 4 queens here already, so no problem defending that whatsoever. And he's just progressing very, very normally, getting his double evolution chambers, will be queuing up his double upgrades for the lings, the carapace, and the melee upgrade. Now uThermal getting his double NG base as well, slightly queues up his upgrades slightly before Reko though. And interestingly, Rico's still not making use of this. He does have abundance of gas and minerals in order to do that, but decides to throw that into the lair before he gets the upgrades, which will mean he'll be ever so slightly behind the upgrades compared to the Terran player, but that should not really matter, as it's only just like a couple of seconds, not even a whole minute. A lot can happen in a game of StarCraft during a 30-second period, mind you, but I think Reko should be fine. He's just about to take his 4th base at around 11-minute mark, just as the Terran is landing this. Barracks should be finishing up for uThermal as well. Let's see if Reko wants to punish that 3rd base. Looks like he wants to. He's making additional lings, but not as many as to be threatening to uThermal. I think that was just a response to these Hellions, but maybe not. Maybe Reko does want to pressure the 3rd base here, and he is sending those lings to nowhere in particular, so he's going to stay defensive for the time being. Baneling Nest does go up, no Spire just yet. Rico not rushing it out. Here he takes the 4th base, kind of out of the way for the Terran player, not in the most obvious location, up here. There's the Spire for Rico. uThermal, perfect timing on the armory. Will be getting +2 upgrades very quickly, just as the 1-1 finishes. Look at this. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be selecting those engineering bays any second now. Any second now. There we go. Thanks for not making me look stupid, uThermal. Helion Rumbai into the 3rd base. So far, this seems to be a pretty even game. The Terran does have a little bit of a supply lead over the Zerg, but that will... Oh, he discovers the 4th base as well. I think he should... I don't know if he wasn't paying attention or something, but this is free pickings, basically. Oh, he's dropping in the main, that's why. If he gets the Spire, though, this could be huge. Not targeting it down for long enough, but I think uThermal might be wanting to try to come back. Because, as I was saying, the supply difference will change rapidly here once JonnyREcco slams down his finger at the T button and gets a bunch of Mutalisks. Unfortunately, he kind of had to build a lot of Zerglings to defend that drop and this aggression, so he does have the gas for the Mutas, sort of, but not quite enough minerals. The 4th base finally under attack. This should be taken care of by the couple of links over there. And uThermal, this is not a small army, but will have to be very well split. uThermal is backed into a corner, not the best position versus the Banelings, but look how careful JonnyREcco is. He really does not want to fight off creep. Banelings not being very effective. Look at those splits. Oh my goodness. I mean, did a single Baneling get more than 2 or 3 Marines? I don't believe it did, and as a result, JonnyREcco will be losing these queens. uThermal still pushing forward. 4th base survives for Rico. He does have Mutalisks on the way right now, but yeah, that... Did I just say the 4th base survived? I must have been mistaken. This must have been in an alternate reality. It must have been a mistake in the Matrix, as the base will probably go down. Look at that micro, Jesus! And he'll actually get the drones as well? Really? Oh my goodness, he got all the drones here. The 4th base is still alive though, but uThermal keeping up the pressure. His free base economy really kicking in. He's producing 10 to 12 Marines during a production cycle, reinforcing also with Hellbats. But he's lost a lot of medevacs here. That's a little bit of a problem for uThermal at this point in time. He wants to have as much healing as possible so that he can keep on stimming and splitting versus those Banelings, but the 4th base finally has been taken out. At what cost? 7.3 thousand resources lost, 2,000 more than the Terran player. Rico still does not have a big enough Mutaflock to be threatening towards the Terran player. Ideally, you want to have something around 20 Mutas to be really effective. And not very many Banelings either. JonnyREcco expanded a lot of gas. And frankly, he's scrambling to get more. And without those Banelings, if he does not have enough Banelings, with the Gosu splits by uThermal, this is going to be very difficult for JonnyREcco to stay in this game. uThermal pressing forward ever so slowly. More Banelings morphing in, however, at the top. uThermal sees them, however, and pre-splits his Marines quite nicely. Has to split again, though, as the Banelings do roll in. Oh my god, are we seeing the next Marine King here? I do believe so, and this should be game. Mana Mules coming down for uThermal, and JonnyREcco should not